I can't believe I'm actually doing this. That's cheesy as fuck. Hey guys, and welcome back to Bad Luck Garage. Well, I told you I was gonna do it, and here it is. We got the first eBay part that's going on the China-Vette. So feast your eyes on all this eBay goodness. I mean, this is horrible. This is really horrible. You know, we'll treat this kind of like a product review, but not really. But this is what it came with. It came with these two filters, which you can see. I've got a large hand, like I wear a size large glove. These filters are freaking tiny, guys. Yeah, these filters are like 5.5 inches long. One of you actually brought something up in the last video where the last video was the disc brake conversion on the Nova, but the video before that where I introduced the China-Vette, one of you guys said you should do a comparison between the Chinese parts and the parts that are on it. Like right now, this thing has, I originally said it was a K&N intake, but it's not. It's actually a Volant, V-O-L-A-N-T. It's got one of those intake setups on it. So here's what I want to do, guys, and I can't guarantee I can do this, but I'm going to try. There is a dyno just about a mile from my house. I've never been on it. You guys know I'm more about, you know, the track times and things like that. I'm not really a dyno guy. Don't really like doing the whole dyno and everything. But what a dyno is good for is comparing products. So we're going to install this intake right now, okay? But what I'm going to do is I'm going to go talk to these dyno guys. I'm going to see how much they would charge me to put the Corvette, because I'd like to have a baseline anyway. Put the China-Vette on their dyno, do like 1 or 2 pulls just the way it sits now. We're not going to tune it yet. And then swap intakes and do another pull with the other intake. So since we're installing the Chinese intake, I'm just going to call it the Chinese intake. Since we're installing the eBay intake right now, what that would look like is we would go up there, we would make a couple pulls with the eBay intake, and then after I make those couple pulls, you know, it's not going to take 5 minutes to swap this thing out on the dyno, and we would then stick the Volant intake back on and make another dyno pull and see if this thing actually loses power. You know, I think it'd be a kind of cool thing to do, because we could see right there if one of these cheesy little $45, and that's what I paid for it, link will be in the description. We could see if one of these little cheesy eBay intakes is, you know, if it's actually worth it or not. Honestly, I mean, I'm taking a step backwards here. I might have to reevaluate. So here's the thing, guys. I was trying to find a bone stock Corvette. This one ended up being exactly what I wanted, but the problem is it already had 2 performance mods on it. It had the Borla Type S exhaust on it, and it had the Volant air intake on it. I'm going to have to seriously reevaluate my plans for this thing if this intake loses like 10 horsepower or something over that Volant intake, because as small as the filters are on this thing, I'm starting to think it might actually make less horsepower than the stock intake. But since we've got it, it's already here. I've put together the parts we're going to be able to use. I want to talk about this intake a little bit. Okay, right off the bat, this is not a Corvette intake. This is some kind of universal ram horn style intake. I don't think this was actually, it's not really a copy of any other Corvette intake I've seen. Like the Volant that's on the Corvette now, it's a dual snorkel like this, but they don't come straight out. You know, they kind of angle down. And I'm kind of worried if I'm even going to be able to get this on, or if I'm going to have to like cut another piece of pipe to elongate this where it'll go further down in the front bumper. But anyway, yeah, this is not Corvette specific. This is a universal intake. Honestly, the quality's not too bad, but I can see another issue, and the issue is where these two pipes merge together. It's not a perfect circle, and also it's constantly narrowing here. So what I'm afraid we're gonna see is, with vibration from driving this thing's constantly going to be popping out of the coupler, just where it's tapered down. Also, I'm not even sure what this nipple's for. I guess if it was on like a universal application. I'll have to look under the hood, because I don't think we've got a PCV line that actually runs to the intake on the Corvette, but I'll look and see. But this is really funny too, guys. You know, it came with this silicone hose. Well, look at this. I mean, like you would, I'm just like sliding that on and off. I'm not even holding the intake, and it don't weigh anything. So like you would have to actually use hose clamps on this to keep this on there. It's just gonna slide on and off. And this coupler that is supposed to go here does not seem to fit, so that's garbage. This reducer will go on there with some force, and I'm wondering if that's gonna be the right diameter for the mass airflow sensor. Anyway, guys, I can truly say I got exactly what I expected when I ordered this. So let's go put this piece of shit on. Looks like there actually is some sort of emissions line here that does run to this. The problem is, it is about 3 times the size of that nipple. So I really don't see how we're gonna attach it there. Like, I might just have to like take and wrap a bunch of tape over and over again. You see that? I mean, that's huge. That's like nowhere near fitting that nipple. You can see these filters here, I mean, these aren't monstrous filters or anything, but they're way bigger than what come in the eBay kit. Another thing I've got to say is, you know, the eBay kit doesn't come with the bridge there, so you'll have to use your stock bridge. In my case, I'm gonna have to use the Volant bridge that's already on here. So it's like you're not really installing an intake, you're just installing a couple filters. And I just found a new problem. Look at this, guys. The Volant intake is actually broken. The bridge part here is, I don't know what caused that other than just heat, but oh, it's just shattered. I mean, maybe the hood's pushing on it. Wow. Huh. Looks like we're gonna be doing some plasti welding, or I'm gonna have to get online and order a new bridge here. So I was kind of feeling bad about putting this shitty intake on, but apparently the old one's busted anyway. Okay, so step one is I just have to get the old intake there, the lower part of it off, because that's all this came with, was the lower part. So that's just one screw. Let's get it over with. So that was pretty simple, but look at this. This intake is actually collapsed and cracked. And I'm guessing it's because maybe the coupler didn't allow it to go far enough in there to get a good bite on the thicker part here, which is kind of the same problem I think we're gonna have, you know, with the new setup here. For now, we're not worried about that. What we are worried about is the difference in this nipple size. So what I'm gonna have to do is try to get this nipple over here the same diameter as that nipple. So I guess I'm just gonna keep putting larger pieces of maybe 2 different sizes of rubber hose on it, stack it on there until it's close to the same diameter. I don't know, that's the only thing I can think to do. Yeah, so what I actually decided to do is just go ahead and, you know, remove this whole piece. I figured it'd be easier to assemble everything and then stick it on there than to try to lean way over there to get that assembly in there. But as far as this broken part on this air bridge, I'm not sure if I want to just try to kind of epoxy that, or if I want to try to plasti weld it. Either way, it's going to look like shit, so I really just need a new one. But yeah, so I guess these non-eBay intakes aren't really worth a shit either, huh? One last thing that I found odd is everything I've read says the either 2001 or 2002 and up Corvette, the mass airflow sensors don't have screens in them. Well, this one does. So I don't know if this has been replaced at some point and, you know, they replaced it with one that had a screen in it or what, but I'll probably de-screen that guy. We've got to make this nipple as big as the nipple on the other one, and the only way I can think to do it is to cut off a piece of this hose, put it on here, and just wrap a buttload of electrical tape around it. If you're somebody on eBay about to purchase this intake, pay careful attention. Know what you're getting into. So I cut off a piece of the silicone hose that came with this intake, and I just kept wrapping electrical tape around it and checking it, and now it's going to fit the hose, whatever that emissions hose is. It's going to fit it. Well, now I'm just having trouble getting it back on here, but I'm going to shove this on here and we will put some more stuff together. Get this guy attached to our busted bridge here, which, guys, probably what I'm going to do is after I get all this put back on, I'm probably going to go back and either epoxy or plasti weld the snot out of that. So before you guys even comment, I'm well aware it's going to look like crap no matter which way I do it. I mean, whether I plasti weld it or epoxy it, it's still going to look like crap. Really just need to get a dang, man, go on here. Really just need to get a new bridge. But you know what, we're probably going to do 2 or 3 different things to this Corvette, because the fact of the matter is I'm going to be paying on this thing for a long time, because I'm not like a big YouTube channel who was able to just go out and pay cash for this thing. Like, you know, I had to finance it, so it's going to be an ongoing project. So we're going to do the you know, the eBay parts build on it, and then once we get our fun and our kicks out of that and the nitrous, we might do something else, something that some of you guys might want to see even more. All right, guys, so we got all this together. Let's go stick it on here and see if it fits. All right, let's cram you on here, sir. Maybe. Oh, is this even gonna... Oh, no. Come on now. There you go. That's a good girl. Huh. Actually doesn't look too bad, considering the car's electric blue. The Ricer blue filters and hose don't really look that bad. Oh, I'll never be able to get to that. Plug our MAF back in. Tuck that wire under. That fits under the hood. We didn't have any trouble shutting that. To be honest, I don't really like shiny stuff under the hood. I'm not a chrome guy. I like the subdued look. If you've been watching the channel, You know, that's what I was trying to do with the turbo truck and all that. But I'm kind of digging the way that looks. I do wish the filters were bigger, and I am worried that because the inlet is tapered, I'm afraid it's going to rattle and fall out eventually. But it really doesn't look that bad. What I'm wondering is if I would be able to take the filters from the old split, because the old one is broken. So what I may end up having to do is, would really like to do that dyno comparison. You know, where we run this intake and we run the other intake and see if one loses power. Now, really, I don't understand how this intake could lose any power other than the smaller filters. But I mean, as far as like the smoothness of the transition and everything, I mean, that's a pretty smooth transition from both sides right there, guys. So I don't know. I don't like the chrome. Like, if I was actually giving a shit right now what this looked like under the hood, I would probably take these pipes, and like I said earlier, I would probably paint them black with like bed coating or something to kind of give them that plastic look. And I don't know what I'd do about the filters, because, you know, they're all freaking chrome and stupid looking too. But this actually isn't bad. Let's start the car and see what it sounds like up here. You can definitely hear them sucking air. So I guess we're going to call our first eBay part install good. It actually fits great. Like in the beginning of the video, I was talking about, you know, it doesn't come with the bridge. The couplers are the wrong size, but you know, I guess you can use the couplers that are already there and your stock bridge. And it's like, my wife came out here and she said it actually looks like it fits better than the other one that was in there, because the other one looked like it was just kind of hanging, and this one like takes up all the space. But the tiny filters are what I'm worried about. So like I said, if we can work something out with a dyno shop, something like that, and maybe compare the two. And what I may end up doing is just leaving this one on here, which was the plan anyway, and maybe using the filters off the other ones on this, you know, paint it black so it doesn't look so damn cheesy. I don't know. That's pretty much it, guys. I actually have a buddy's truck over here that I'm going to be street tuning for him. This C10 is LS swapped. I may do a video on that. Tell me what you think. If you want to see a video on that, let me know in the comments. If not, I'm just going to tune it tomorrow probably and get it over with. But for now, intake install is done. I'm done. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, share it with a friend, subscribe if you're not already subscribed. Thank you if you are. Get out in the garage, get something done, and I'll see you next time.